Bum 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 Atomic Stacy. Bum 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 Atomic Stacy. Welcome to the stream. We're happy that you're here. Pour yourself a drink. Tea or coffee, wine or beer. Coffee, wine or beer. Our host, she may be knitting, our host, she may be spinning, but mostly she'll be chatty Cathy, helping gladly. Get all them bitsies ready. It's Atomic Stacy, an expert at all that you like. Atomic Stacy, so sit back and embrace the delight. You can laugh along, craft along, sass along with Atomic Stacy.
Hi, gang. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope everyone's having a nice night. Let's get our music situated. Atlantic Stardust, hello. Miss Erlo, hello. Thank you for the lurk. Geonatrix, hello. Yarncrafter's Corner, hello. Did you get your second sock finished by chance? Yarncrafter's Corner. Brave, hello. I'm not really here. I'm at work, but I love you. I love you too. And I'll be here for real on Thursday. Well, Brave, don't go. Well, you already know. It's fine. I have fantastic news. Personal news for me. Y'all might have heard it on Damien's stream. But I have happy work Stacy news. But I've already told Brave. So Brave, you can go. I take it back. In the meanwhile, I hope everyone's doing well tonight. Let me just get this going real fast. Hang on just a second. I don't think this is... Hang on. I don't think this is where it's supposed to be. Hang on. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Boop. Okay. My music was acting weird. Now you guys can hear the music. Is fixed. Okay. Boop. Perfect. I'm fantastic. Also terrible at the same time. Family health emergency. Oh, Atlantic, I'm sorry. On the plus side, your office is going to look really nice. Guitar Nut, hello. I've never been here at the beginning of your stream. That's an awesome intro song. Thank you. You can thank Kat from Gray for Days Music. They stream on Gray for Days Music. Boop. They stream occasionally on the Twitchiverse. So make sure that you're following them so you get the notification when they go live so you can catch one of the streams. I believe right now it is mostly Sunday evenings. Although they are taking a bit of a break. But we love Kat. Kat's fantastically creative. That's my bedroom. Oh, but also my craft office. Sorry. It's fantastic. Hang on just a second. I ran in from work. I was late today. That's not what I want. Where's the screen that tells me the things? There we go. It's fine. Sorry, I needed the screen that told me when the next break was coming up so I could do better about not talking through it. But then I couldn't grab it. Y'all ever just have so hard of a day that it just bleeds into the next day, as it turns out. Move this. Oh, it's moving. Here. Okay, boop. Perfect. Now we have the ads timer and the pattern and the chats. We're good. So, very fun, exciting, new things. I have gotten a very big promotion at work. So I'm going from a sec one, so it's a regular, it's weird. So I'm going from a secretary to executive secretary. So I got a promotion. I will now be, assisting as an executive secretary for Walt Disney World Parks and Resorts. So that's all I can say. Because I am now at the point where I'm higher up, where I actually not a lot of things I can talk about. It's very exciting. This is very good. So my last day at my current job will be Wednesday the 26th. And then I'm going to go on vacation to the Star Cruiser and to see Hinka with my sister Ginger Zone. And then when I come back that Monday, I start the new gig. It's very exciting. It's very exciting. I do have to be in the office for 5 days a week. There is no work from home option for this. Which is fine. It hurts on the inside, but it's okay. What does this mean for the stream? So the last several days, I've been working late at work because I'm trying to get everything prepared before I go on vacation. But I've also been like negotiating salary and trying to get like my succession plan in line and things like that. So what it means is I will continue to work late the next 2 weeks because I really want to be able to just tie everything in a bow and then go on vacation and hand it off and then not have to think about things. So our Tuesdays and Thursday streams will be very similar today. I will probably be running a little bit late. Like I didn't leave until 6:30 today, so I didn't get home until 7:10-ish. So then streams late. So it's going to happen. So that will be a thing. But moving forward should be a much more even schedule because I won't be trying to take the last 4 years of my Disney career and write a how-to spreadsheet for them. So we'll see. But this is very good things for me. It's very exciting. I'm working with a human that I really, really, really enjoy. that I briefly got to support. So it's very exciting. It is very exciting. That being said, though, now that I am supporting at the executive level, even more secrets. So sorry, Dan. There won't be as many things I can share about the mouse, unfortunately. But I can share that they're getting me. Bad bitch is taking over Disney. So thank you, everybody. I know it's not very exciting. Like, I know, like, you're happy for me, but you're like, great, get to the knitting. So I get it. I'm excited because it means that my day-to-day will be much more even-keeled. I should be on a much easier schedule, because right now it's very... Like, my hours are straight, but my workload is very hurry up and wait. So we're hoping that will... So things are going to be falling into place for me professionally. It's very exciting. None of this matters to you guys because I can't tell you any details. But if anyone wants my old job, you let me know. I'll get you the posting details. You send me your resume and I'll send you the posting details. I was going to offer you a dessert muffin recipe because yum, but then I remembered your dietary needs. Gluten-free flour is a thing. Also, dessert muffin just sounds like a scone. But I will take your scone recipes as well. Some things you can substitute, some things you can't. Is the moral of the story. The mouse always gets its cheese. This isn't Darkwing Duck. He doesn't always get his man. I mean, right now, everyone at work is very much Who Moved My Cheese. I don't know if you guys ever were forced to read that in high school or college. Or if you're all just too young and beautiful. But everyone that I work with is like, I'm so happy for you. And then they're like, what are we gonna do? You don't need to read it. All you need to do is I'm moving the cheese and everyone's uncomfortable about it. Never read it. It's about it's a metaphor. It's a metaphor for learning how to accept change. Basically, we're all mice and we're all used to our cheese being placed at the same location at the same time to do the same thing. And then someone moves the cheese and then all the mice freak out. Because who moved my cheese? Change is scary. I hate it. I moved the cheese. It's me. All crafty, hello. My Sock Madness teams, my Sock Madness peoples, y'all get them socks done? I believe it is still round 3. I have not looked it up. So it's funny because this has actually been a thing in the works for the last month and a half. So as soon as I dropped out of Sock Madness, I was actually like, oh good, I can just focus on this now. Not too terribly upset about it. A little bummed, but had other things going on, was okay. All right. That's secrets. That's headphones for later. That's a pen from my backpack. You don't need that. This is knitting. There we go. Purple, I did get my socks done, fixed and all. Purple, thank you for the 11-month sub. Congratulations on your socks and getting through the round. Geo, I still love you just as much as it turns out. I hope that you're still having a nice time. You don't have to finish those socks. There are exactly 0 consequences. Purple, thank you for the congrats. Work is a lot right now. That's fair. So Sock Madness was too much. Just decided not to do this. That's totally fair, Gio. I mean, the pattern dropped on my birthday. Kind of hard to make them. Kind of had to make them. Sorry. I thought had, but I said hard. I also said fuck it. Hashtag close enough. Should I get my close enough club hat? Although there's still 2 spots on my team for like 3 days. I mean, you could. Not me, I was kicked out. I am crocheting a new drive band for my wheel. Hubby got the giant contractor bag of BFL down for me. Interesting. Crocheting a drive band. I wonder how that would go. Creeper? Hey. Oh, hang on, gang. I'm so sorry. So yeah, so it's just nice to finally be able to talk about this, because it's been like I said, I interviewed for it like a month and a half ago, and I've known for, the last week-ish, while going through all of the salary negotiations and the paperwork and whatnot, but finally sealed the deal on Monday. So I finally get to talk about it today, which is very exciting. Last night, Damien took me out to have our fancy Indian food. And I had, goat curry and, roasted paneer, and it was delicious. So I'm very excited. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm kind of at the point to where, like everything feels strange. This is kind of like the first time I've really moved on from a job where I wasn't like, I have got to get out of here. Right? So they say you don't quit jobs, you quit managers. And I've done both. I've quit jobs where I'm like, this is not for me. And I've also quit jobs where I'm like, I cannot work here anymore. This place sucks, and it's because of you. But every time I've taken a new job, it's kind of one of those like, I've got to get out of here moments. And then as soon as I put in my 2 weeks notice, like the pressure's off and I'm just like, I've lit the match and I'm just walking away waiting to throw it behind me. And this is the first time I have a new gig where I'm like, but I don't want to go. So it's kind of a weird feeling for me because I absolutely adore the people that I work with now. And, I will still work with some of them. 'Cause of course everything at Disney is connected. It is the circle of life. But it's at a new location. It's in a new building. It's with a whole new team. So I'm very excited, and this is a very good opportunity. And, but I'm so hella nervous. And I'm like, but it's safe here and everybody likes me here. Maybe I should just stay? Also, I'm getting the feeling to where I'm like, oh no, I've fooled them and now I have to deliver on what I've promised, which I know is not the case, because I'll be supporting two executives ish. Executive is a weird word. I say executive and y'all think like Bob Iger, and I say executive and I just mean like above a manager. So I'm going to be supporting two people, and one of them I have worked with before, and they know exactly who I am and what I'm getting into. They know me and they're like, no, you will be good for here. And I was like, okay. Yo. Yeah, drink. Damien says hi. I'm gonna say hi, Damien. A whole human. It's just here down. It's the opposite of Mr. Wilson. Cheers, everybody. Damien brought me a blackberry cider, as I asked him to. It's so crispy cold. So yeah, this is it. Maeve, let me know how the crocheted drive band goes. Option B is you get a yarn and you wrap it around twice. You'll just have to be really careful it's not too stretchy and that the back of it goes on in the groove without slipping in or out. But I've never really thought about crocheting a drive band. You'll have to let me know how it goes. I can't add the spoons. Gio, I wish I could give you some of mine because I'm bursting with spoons this week. Option B is I order the bands you send the link to. So you don't have to order from there. But I just Googled Louette, I think it was S17 drive band, and a whole bunch of them came up. They're roughly about $20 USD, depending upon where you look. So it's definitely available. I would recommend if you are going to buy one, just buy two. So that you have one to use and then a spare, in case you get into this option again. And then just make sure you keep it in like a nice, cool, darker place, because the sun can erode at the rubber and you don't want it to dry out or get gross. Store them like you would the rubber bands. You know how there's always that rubber band that dries out and then you're like, oh no. Drive bands are not like that, but you should also take care of them. Fennel, hello. Hello, my dear. Gio, I still wish I could give you my spoons. You need them more than I do. Atlantic, do you like your extra short haircut? I got my haircut as well. It's funny because it looks extra short, but it's the exact same length I got it the last time, so it doesn't really matter. I just trimmed it. It's just back into shape. I hope that you like it extra short. I love my short hair. I'm never going back to having longer hair. I love it. It looks so cute. I think. Also, my cat doesn't stand on it and yank my hair out as much. Pearl. Faywin, hello. Cheers. Good evening. Happy time zone. I got it done at a queer-owned place, and I effing love it. Hell to the yeah. Hell yeah. That makes me very happy. Makes me very happy indeed. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. HC Dark Soul, hello. It is going well. We are doing the thing. I finally get to tell everybody how exciting the life is, which is super exciting. I'm spinning some BFL right meow. It's marvelous. Guitar Nut, I'm so glad you're enjoying it. I love BFL. Team A and B have all the spots left. That's usually the case. I'm getting close to the fuck it stage. This is the farthest I've ever gone. Purple, congrats. You still have time. You can keep going. Just keep going at the pace that you need to go. And it's fine. I'm rewatching The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings movies. Extended editions or standards. Or I should say theatrical release. In release order or chronological order. Also, that sounds marvelous. Sorry guys, stream's canceled. I too need to watch Lord of the Rings, as it turns out. Standard this time, my last run was extended. Chronological, but I didn't throw in the Rings of Powers this time around. I did. Have you seen it? I did really like it. I like so much more than I thought I would. That ox when you find people you went to elementary school with on Tinder. I feel like I wouldn't recognize anyone I went to high school with if they were standing in the grocery store behind me. Hopefully they're not. Also, I'd be very surprised if any of them recognized me. No, not yet, but I'm going to start this weekend. Oh, it's so good. Do it. Do it. Feel like I did well for a first time. First time for Sock Madness? If you qualified, you did great for Sock Madness. If you passed a round, you did better than I did. That's for certain. Also, it's extremely hard to knit when you're really anxious and constantly waiting for the phone to ring. But I'm very excited. I'm so excited, you guys. I wish I could tell you more. I'm just excited. And what I'm most excited about is like I feel like a little Mary Poppins-y. I'm gonna toot my own horn for a minute. I never toot my own horn good enough. I feel a little Mary Poppins-y about my last role, because I came in and I took a role as secretary where I could have just done the bare minimum, right? I could have managed calendars and I could have done expense reports and I could have taken notes of meetings and then that could have been it. But I am a crazy person and I like to poke holes in things, and that just wasn't quite enough for me. So I started listening a little closer, and then I was like, this team and this team are not talking, and they really should. And then the linchpin of it was I had two managers in my current role who were, I'm going to say, dumb enough to listen to me when I was like, hey, how about this? Have we tried this? Why isn't this happening? So we've made a lot of changes, especially since the before times. And I'm really proud of those changes, and I really like how the department has been going, and I really like we've really cultivated a good group of people, and with very open communication and a very close-knit team and a good balance, and I feel really good about it because I helped. Also, I'm like, not my babies. And then there has been a lot of conversation about like, oh no, what are y'all gonna do without me now? I think it's going to take 2.5 people to replace me. Is my guess. Probably not, but it would be nice. Basically, I'm ready for Middle-earth hyperfixation. I am not going to lie. Hyperfixating on a topic is my favorite thing. I mean, you bring all of us together. It's true. I mean, knit along as a cheerleader with less stress. Do it. I can feel your excitement in this. I am very excited. Fennel, if you didn't hear, I just got promoted to an executive secretary at work. So I will be supporting 2 executive level leaders for Walt Disney World Parks and Resorts. So I'm going back to theme parks, but I can't give you guys any more information than that. And I will have less stories to tell. But you know what? It's going to be fine. The Devilish Clusters, hello. Haven't been in here a while? Not a problem. Welcome back. Hells yeah, let's go. So Fennel, when I finally convince you to come down and hang out with me, or have an extra grand time. That's the moral of this story. But I'm excited. So yeah, so for my interview, it was really funny because not really funny, but like interesting to me because I walked in and it was a panel interview, but it was the two leaders that I'll be supporting at a table. So one of them I knew and I have a decent enough rapport with because she asked me if I was going to post for the job, which is a very big sign. And then another one who I have never met before, but it was interesting during the interview because there was one person I knew and one person I didn't. And I really tried to cater to not the person that I knew. So usually when you walk into a room and you know someone but you don't know the other person, you gravitate towards the person that you know. And I didn't. I was like, screw it. Let's embrace the awkward. Let's get this out of the way. Let's all be BFFs. So like I directed a lot of my conversation to the person I didn't know so that I could build a conversation and understand this person. Also, I was like, oh no. Do I even like said second person? Because I knew I liked the first person. That's why I was applying for the gig. And then at the end, they go, do you have any questions for us? And I was like, yeah, I've worked with person A before, but I've never worked with you, person B. What would you say your leadership style was? And they were all like, oh. And I'm like, well, I'm going to have to work with you. What I really wanted to ask was, what's your philosophy with micromanagement as a leadership style? But that felt very direct. So instead, I said, how would you describe your leadership style? Because that is very similar, but not the same. But it was great because it led to a conversation. So it feels very much like consenting adults being like, yes, we could all work together. This feels nice. It is very corporate America. Much more corporate America for Disney than I have ever been. So we will see. I love you too, Atlantic Stardust. Because I asked the executive secretary in our building, and I was like, because he was helping me go over my resume when I was posting. And then he was like, at the end, they're going to ask if you have any questions. Do you have a question? Because that's a thing. You should always walk in with a list of questions. And I just wanted to be like, what is your view on micromanagement as a leadership tool? And he's like, please, for the love, do not ask that question. Or don't phrase it like that. I was like, I would agree, Gio. I am too self-sufficient for a micromanager. And I can't handle a hover person. We're all adults here. I need you to trust me that I will do my work. And if I don't do it, you can call me out on it, and that will be fair. But you standing over me, watching me do the thing, constantly checking on me, will in fact only make me go slower. I know I'm very self-sufficient, but my new supervisor is very hands-off, almost in a bad way. Fennel, you have to find a way to pull them in. You have to find a way to build that rapport. Or communicate that you need a little bit more guidance. Maybe you set up weekly one-on-ones and you just do it a little bit at a time. Maybe you start with every other week as a check-in, and then you just kind of ask, like, how am I doing? What do you need? What do you think? Can you please check this over? So that's kind of, but I don't know. I don't know your life. I don't know specifics. I'm going to stop giving advice. I want to get down there and check out the Harry Potter stuff. Guitar Nut, it's amazing. It's pretty darn cool. Devilish Clusters, it is lovely to have you back. I hope you are hanging out and you enjoy. Purple, thank you again for the sub, and congrats again on your socks. And I tend to take on a lot. Chio. So my problem is when I'm bored at work, I immediately default to, why am I here? I should go home. And then I can't go home. So then I go, fine, shenanigans it is. And that's how the building ended up with a lot of googly eyes on things the first go around, let alone the 5th, 6th, and 7th. I should have just had like the shirt that said, in my defense, I was left unsupervised at that point. So, then they kind of figured out that like too much time to myself is a bad thing. So when I started like, well, I can do that and I can do that. And then they stopped second guessing me. And that was nice, because then I could just determine like, yes, I have the capacity to take this on. No, I do not have the capacity to accept this. So then I got to start not picking and choosing, but like pulling in as much work as I needed to or could handle, kind of deal. And then they started trusting me that I knew my own limits, and then it builds the rapport, and then the managers are like, fully capable, check. That was good info. I know I should address it, but with work from home and personalities, I just like, eek. Fennel, just set up every Friday or Monday or whatever day you feel most comfortable with. Just set up like a half an hour touch base, one-on-one, check-in, whatever you want to call it. And then just like, as the week goes on, make a list of things that you want to talk about or address or ask, and just be like, hey, you know, I feel like we don't talk a lot and I want to build this relationship. And I would feel much more comfortable if we just had a regular scheduled check-in where I can ask questions, or we can chat or catch up or keep status. And go from there. If you feel like every week is too much, make it every other week. I will say, if you are not sitting down for regular check-ins with your leaders, that is the easiest thing to do to start fixing that relationship. I'm here listening for a little. Did you ever finish your socks? No. I finished my qualifier socks. I did not finish the round 1 socks. I have been busy. Love that I almost never hear from my new boss unless I'm running reports or posting the on-call schedule or creating documentation. I like that my boss checks in with me like, hey, you doing all right? Do you need anything? And then like I do the same, like, is there anything I can assist you with? Do you need something? And then like, space. And we just both go about our days, and we both know that if either of us needs something, we can pop into the other and chat. And then we sit down on Fridays and kind of go through the things. And that's really fun, because I actually, well, Not anymore. Soon to be not anymore. I have been really enjoying our Friday chats because then I can be like, this really weird thing happened earlier this week. Did you hear about this? And then it's more of a like keeping each other up to speed with what's going on in the department than like a grade card. And then it's like chatting upcoming stuff. Like, just so you know, next week we're going to be doing this, this, and this. You should keep an eye out for that. And I told so-and-so that you could help them with X, Y, and Z if they still had questions because they've really been struggling with this expense report. And I'll be like, great, send them on over. I will say the other thing is, if you have a touch base, it should not be, so I work in production, right? So I tell the production managers this, if you're sitting down with your producer, it should be a one-on-one, not a production meeting. I'm sitting down to explain like what I did and what I'm worried about and how I should move forward. I'm getting focused Stacy time. We can talk about work, obviously. But if we're just having a production meeting, it does neither of us any good. We should have just scheduled a production meeting. So I always yell at the production managers when they're with their producers. I'm like, did you talk about you? Did you talk about this thing you're nervous about? No, we ran out of time. Okay, well, put another 30 minutes on their calendar before the week's out. Get this taken care of. I prefer not to have a monthly meeting. I just email or send a Teams message. My boss is too old school. That's fine. I love him. Oh, I'm going to miss him. It kind of feels weird that's not required as a new employee, I guess. I've only been with this county for 3 months. I mean, different counties do different things. Off topic, what are you knitting on? What? You mean we're 50 minutes in and I haven't even shown you my knitting? So I am back at it. This time I am determined to make progress. This is the shawl that I have been working on for years. Every time I pull it out, I knit like 2 repeats and then nothing. So this is the Hitchhiker shawl. It's got 42 barbs for reasons. It is in the colorway Rock Out with My Tits Out by Cornbread and Honey. And I have 2 skeins. One, I don't know if you can see, is significantly darker than the other. This one has a bit more white and this one's a little bit more oversaturated, and I adore both of them. So I am alternating skeins so that they don't have really big splotches of darker versus lighter. Although sometimes they end up with splotches anyway. And I just need to finish it. Also, it's garter and it's very squishy, and I needed something I didn't have to think about. Because the only thing I have to think about on this is how many rows. So it's the Hitchhiker Shawl by Martina Bem. It's an 8-row pattern that repeats, but I have made it 10 rows. I put an extra row in for every repeat to make it just a little bit bigger. And bigger. Bigger. But this is a very popular pattern. I like it very much. And it's kind of one of those things to where like it's just interesting enough. I have some ends I need to weave in. No one judge me. So it's just interesting enough to where it's really fun to do, but it's also just, it's so you do the thing, you knit across, you do the thing, you knit back. It's very brainless. Also, the bunny I've been making has a lower body now. Hell yeah. I'm making a Hespera hood. Ooh, what is that? 42 is the answer. Also, I should probably... It's so bright. It's so good, this yarn. It is hella bright. because if I turn it all the way up, my camera is just like, no, thank you. So we'll turn this down a smidge so you can actually see the colors on it. But it's very it's like the top of a hoodie. KB, hello, finished. Are you two doing like a little frenzy knit along? Like a twinsy knits? Because that's really cute if you are. Atlantic Stardust, thank you for this recipe. I'm gonna, it's almost blueberry season here. So I will report back. She has good taste. Let's pull up this pattern. I want to see it. Knitter Girl, hello, my dear. Hope you are doing well. Hespera Hood. Oh! Well, that's cute. Knitter Girl, thank you for all of the shout outs. Exotic Kitty, hello, enjoy your lurk. Thanks for stopping by. I hope I can keep you company. I work in 12 hours. Good night and good knitting. Atlantic, thanks for stopping by. Have a nice night. Enjoy. Here we go. This is so cute. Hydrate, that's a good idea. Sip of water, and then I'm gonna take a sip of cider. I did it down so the bottom would be more shawl-like. Oh, so you kept it longer. I'm using the yarn I got on her birthday. When y'all were hanging out. Okay. Like, you bought yarn for KB's birthday, but then you knit with it? What? But I understand. Just crocheting dishcloths, trying to keep chill after going loco with OBS not working forever. And a nosebleed, no! Oh. Good dodge on the shirt, though. Because I would have not done as good. Faywin, hello. Oh, you're saying hi to Knitter Girl. I was like, weren't you already here? Never mind. It's fine. I'm going to drink more. So I'm going to figure out what's going on with this weird bit there. I'm sitting here browsing the internet when I could be knitting. Executive dysfunction couldn't be me. I couldn't be 56 minutes into a 56 minutes into a stream without knitting a single stitch. No, you're fine. I'm special. Look. Remember when I said it had been a day? Clearly, it's not become any less of a day in the last 10 minutes. That guy had the right idea. He wore the brown pants. And Pixie going loco. She keeps scratching my darn chair behind me. And she dropped my drawing tablet. Oh no. It's planning to stream, so I hope it's just my web browser. Every time the internet lags, it says I've rejoined chat. Oh, that's so strange. April's been a weird month in general. Yes. Ginger Zone, hello. I don't know if it's been a rough day as much as it's just been so long in trying to get everything figured out. I feel like I've been spending forever and ever and ever trying to get all this job stuff sorted so I could talk about it and finalized. Because also then, like, the longer getting everything sorted takes, the more you're like, maybe they've changed their minds. Maybe they don't want me. Gonna finish my movie. I'll be back if I don't hop into the second movie. Fennel, take care. Enjoy those hobbitses. Don't trust them. They hide things in their pockets, though. Also say hello to Thorin Oakenshield for me. If you know what I mean. There's some sweet, sweet dwarven forearm porn from Thorin Oakenshield that I enjoy immensely. A little bit of this action. Church time and you still didn't get that grass cut. I have not cut the grass. That is fact. That's mostly because I don't really have a yard. Firepower. Ginger knows. Do you have any good Lord of the Rings fanfic, Rex? Oh no, of course I do. Uh-oh. Fennel, you want spicy or non-spicy? Send them all. Okay. Well, that takes care of that. If you enjoy Thorin Oakenshield, you should watch the British TV series North and South. Yes. Also because I love me some Austen. And historical drama is right up the old alley. He is a beautiful, beautiful man. Will he wear wigs? You are a beautiful, beautiful man. Have you worn wigs? Will you wear wigs? When will you wear wigs? I logged out of work and plopped over on my sofa. And now you're here, Geo. And that's okay. We still love you. At this point, my to watch, to read, to listen list will never end. Correct. It's true. It gets even worse. The actor whose name escapes me starts with an R, I'm pretty sure. What's his face? Also, if you have Audible, he also reads the audiobook of David Copperfield, and he does a fantastic job. I remember the 80s version of North and South with Patrick Swayze. I also read the book. The series was based on in middle school. Oh! I've not read the series. But I do love me some Jane Austen. So the historical drama is right up my alley. Between my ear infection and workload, I was done. Gio, I don't blame you. Work's over, put your feet up, enjoy it. Oh, and that was knit to end. Excuse me. Got all burpy there. Sorry, this is going to bother me, so now I have to look it up. If you have an Audible subscription, it's included. Richard Armitage, who is a beautiful, beautiful man. He also performs Romeo and Juliet. If you have an Audible subscription, and he reads the introduction, and Emma Thompson reads Turn of the Screw. Does he read anything else? Boo, boo, boo. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. A couple Jeffrey Archer books. Nothing else is pronounced. Appears. Let's see. And then you guys are asking what North and South is on. So let me look that up for you. Dueling Needles, hello. Authors not like Jane Austen and content warnings should abound. I thought the show was very for fans of Jane Austen. Maybe I'm getting it mixed up with something else. Watch. I'm thinking I need Hugh Jackman to sing me audiobooks instead of just reading them. Ginger Zone, I think very soon you and I just need to say screw it. We're going to New York and we're just going to pay a small fortune each to go see Hugh Jackman and the Music Man. It'll be worth it. It'll be like a 3-day trip. It'll be great. North and South is currently available via BritBox. You don't need both your kidneys, right? I mean, look. It'll be fine, right? What's a little more debt in America? I'm sorry. Richard Armitage was in The Phantom Menace? Hang on. IMDb, what is going on here? It's not showing on my Amazon Prime. Hang on. I have to one thing at a time. Richard Armitage. What were you doing in Star Wars? IMDb, don't you fail me now. He was in Captain America the First Avenger. I knew this. Don't ask me how I know. You know. Star Wars Episode 1, it's like the third thing he was in. This Year's Love, Smug Man at Party. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Uncredited Naboo fighter pilot. Boone, Man in Pub. Uncredited. And then he starts working his way up. I certainly turned up and filmed today, but I can't find myself in the movie. I think I ended up as a droid. I thought I was a fighter pilot. I can't find where I am. Oh, Susan, that's so... It's so precious. Oh, the one I'm remembering is a historical fiction of antebellum. Oh, I bet you I'm getting it mixed up then. Maybe? I don't know. This one just says a middle-class Southerner who is forced to move to the northern town of Milton. A 4-part adaptation of Elizabeth Gaskell's love story. And then it says more like this. Pride and Prejudice, Emma, Jane Eyre. Oh, totally different series. Okay. Beautiful. I was like, but they all look so British in these pictures. It's on BritBox. Why would the BBC do a Civil War story? It's fine. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna knit. That seems so much safer. Ticket, please. That's for Ginger Son. All right. Ginger Zone, are you excited? Are you excited? Ginger Zone. Ginger Zone, you don't even know. You don't even know. We have 20 days and 15 hours until vacation starts. I mean, more if we drink at the airport, but 7 a.m. seems a little early, even for us. If you should, I'd probably like it more. I will say, if y'all want a Civil War movie that reads very British at first glance, you should watch the movie Lincoln with Daniel Day-Lewis. Because it is very obviously American, because it's about Abraham Lincoln. But it feels very British drama on a massive scale because Steven Spielberg directed it. It's very good. And it is very political, but not. It's so good. I can't wait to get away. I've been looking at potential knitting projects for the last couple hours. Yes! I've never taken a flight as an adult without having a cocktail. I've never taken a flight with a cocktail. I always have a drink before or after. Usually when we go someplace, we leave crazy early in the morning. And then when we come back, we're always coming back super late in the day. So I don't, that's not really a thing that we generally get to do. Everything Daniel Day-Lewis does is good. I personally feel like this was his best work. Not that I have seen his entire catalog, but I've seen enough. I feel like this was so very good. But just the pacing of it and the weight of it, it felt like you could have told me this was a BBC movie and I would have been like, yes, this feels like a BBC movie, only nicer. Sometimes I don't know if the BBC knows what high definition is, but they do very good writing. I'm gonna stop picking on the BBC. I do enjoy them. They're gonna come after me and then they'll never sponsor us. Ginger Zone, I'm so excited. So excited. Ginger Zone and I haven't hung out on a proper trip since before either of us were married. And I've been married to Damien for oh no. 7 years. At a moment. I've been married to Damien for 7 years. I thought it was 8, but it's not true. Fake news. Is that right? The last time you and I took a real trip together like this was when we did the Great American Road Trip with Damien up to Toledo and Chicago and then went to see your sweet Babu in the middle states. Otherwise, we've like kind of hung out. Well, I mean, like we've hung out for like the day. But I don't think we've done like a proper hangout trip. Sometimes we've gone on mini trips, but they're intruded. Well, they're only like day trips. I don't think you and I have both gone on a trip to anything. Because even when we went up for Christmas, you and I would take turns a lot. Not on purpose, it just happened to be like that. And now we don't go up for Christmas anymore. We do family reunions in the summer. Because we've done like a day trip to the beach. We don't really like spend the night at the beach or anything. This is gonna be the first time we've done like a trip since the, like, not even the before times. In the way, way back machine. It's gonna be so fun. If Hinka was here, I'd be like, Hinka, your goal is to help me get Ginger Zone to want to learn to spin. But I'll just have to save that for when Hinka's here. Don't worry, Ginger, it's fine. We're all fine here. Thank you. How are you? Hope everyone is having a lovely week. I sure as heck am. It was very cute yesterday because Damien was streaming and he goes, I need you to text me as soon as your job thing is a done deal so I can tell people because I'm very excited. I think Damien's even more excited than I am. I was watching her VOD today actually because I was super curious about the spinning. She made me want to, but also definitely not. No, you can't be one of us if you don't join. Do it. That's fine. I got a whole week to change your mind. So much time. Knots and Stitches, hello. Spinning is a lot of fun. Her yarn was looking so pretty. Yeah, it was. Did you guys see the money shot? So for those of you who don't know who we're talking about the adorable Hinka knits. And they were plying yarn. Let's see, and it looked like look alike these. Must find. Please hold. There we go. It looked like this. And it's marvelous. And it's just a 2-ply, I think, maybe a 3-ply. I forget. She said, and then I promptly forgot. Oh, I'm expecting it. Well, that's good. Between Hinka and I, we'll get you going in no time. Don't you worry. Although now that I've been spending a bunch of time spinning, trying to get my spinning projects finished before the trip, I do have the knitting bug. I'm like, but now I want to knit. It's not time to knit. Excuse me. That was not my best work. As it turns out. Did I not? Gosh dang it. I went to switch, and I didn't. Thought about it, and then I didn't. let's see what else is going on. I hope everyone's having a nice time. Did y'all have a lovely weekend? How was your Easter, if you celebrate? And we went over to my folks' house and hung out with Ginger Zone and had a nice time. Ginger and I were plotting what we were going to knit on the trip. Ginger Zone also enabled me to get Disney Dreamlight Valley. That's a thing I've been playing a lot of. Thanks. Is that your hitchhiker shawl? It is. I'm digging it back out. And gosh dang it, I'm going to finish it. Also, I need to look, because I think if this is one of the needles I need for my next shawl, I might just take it and finish it on the trip. And then wear it. Undecided. There we go. And we are actually switching yarns so we can alternate skeins. Boop, and knit front back. There we go. Nailed it. That'd be super easy for the plane airport. Yeah. You know what? That's a great idea. Let's look up what needles am I using and what needles do I need? So these are US 4s, although they don't really feel like 4s. But I doubt Chiagu would lie to me again. I'm kidding. Boo boo boo. Project days. So I need US 6s for the one shawl. What do I need for the other one? Oh, I need US 6s for the other two. Oh, do I have a shawl that I want to knit that also needs 4s? Maybe I could swapsies. Y'all don't understand how much fun I have plotting projects. It's like a hobby. It's like planning what I'm going to knit with is just as much of a hobby as actually knitting the thing. Except less knitting actually occurs. I like a lot. Oh! I know it also uses US 4s. But I'm not going to say because Ginger Zone is here.
I know. I know what I'll do.
Where's the other shawl I'm looking for? It's probably in my queue. Poi! Wark, get out of here with those pois! We're a class establishment here. Cheese and crackers. Also, hello. You can't tell me what you're going to bring in anyways? Yes. No, The Penelope scarf also takes US 4s. And I feel like that could be an easy pattern. Zimbo, hello. Is Damien telling y'all to come say hi? Is that what's going on? Fat Kid himself. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for being here today. Jace D23, hello. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for being here today. Medic, hello. Oh, geez. Cheese and crackers. The peanut gallery is here. Damien said we should come check out your stream. I mean, well, duh. I'm awesome. Suspended license, thank you for the follow. Thank you for being here today. I'll take it. Hi, gang. My sister Gingerzone and I are plotting. Are we prepping knits for the cabin? Hinka, you know it. You know it. I might take this puppy, and then I was trying to find other shawls that also used US 4s, so I wouldn't have to bring another set of needles, but undecided. Inconclusive evidence. We are plotting all the things. I need to plan mine too. Yes, Inka. Yes. Tell us what you want to knit with. You're way cuter in a friendly way, you know. It's alright, suspended license. I know. I'm adorable. I'm fucking adorable. Not to put too fine a point on it. Hinka, I'm taking the bagel yarn to do the Bennett sister shawl, but I was also thinking about taking this. But then I was looking to see if there was a shawl that also used US 4s. But there's not one that I see that I have yarn for that has intrigued me. There's a couple brioche ones, but I do not need to knit brioche on a road trip. That feels like not smart. So we'll just take 2 sets of needles and it'll be fine. I think I have a hat and then I can't decide what cowl and shawl. I keep finding more patterns I like. Yes! I finally put it in a hank, the final product. Yes, we showed it off on stream. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Just like you. Addicted to capping, hello. You're going on a trip? Yes, Faywin. I'm going to Michigan with my sister Gingerzone to see Hinka knits. It's happening! In September, Hinka came down to Florida to see me, and now I am returning the favor. And if the weather cooperates and everything goes as planned, we might even go to the Holland, Michigan Tulip Festival. And my boss just keeps saying that she's so very jealous and that if I'm not careful, she's gonna fly up and tiptoe through the tulips with me. And I said, bring it on. Knitting in a bed of tulips. I think at that point I'd rather be napping in a bed of tulips, but it's fine. It's fine. Let's see here. In McHugh or Malebrary. For neck, torso. US of 4s. lots of cows in US 4s. Lots of lace. Not knitting a lace shawl on a plane. That's not happening. Even though I swore I was gonna knit this one lace shawl. Gosh dang it. Let's see. You know, that's just a big ol' nopigator. Whelp. Looks like it's the US 6 club for me. That's fine. It's fine. Damien said, I must come watch here too. Butters, hello. Butter SVR6, hello. S-Rice, hello, my dude, how are you? I'm leaning towards mittens. Ooh. I'm jealous we had a tulip festival here and I didn't know about it and missed it. Oh. Damien, get all your faces out of here. Your ooh-woo gross face. Take your face back, Damien. S-Rice, I'm doing all right. Doing all right. Going on my trip here at the end of the month. I guess I should say the first week of next month. Yeah. So plotting what we're going to be knitting on the trip. Damien says you really love the uwu emote. Addicted to capping. I hate it. Damien used to be sitting on the couch and turn to me and make the face, and I have threatened to punch him multiple times. And that feels right. You know? No regrets. What am I watching here? You do yarn barn stuff. No? So I do knitting and I spin wool into yarn, and then we occasionally play games. There's no Barnes. The only Barnes here is Bucky Barnes. I've been told I need to stop talking about him so much. Oy. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna take this and do the Bennett sister shawl, and then I might also take the stuff for the Penelope scarf. How many projects do I need if the only thing I'm going to be doing is knitting and drinking coffee and then buying yarn? I'll have to share your stream with my friend's wife. Sure, bring it on. We get to see Pokemon's knitting IRL. Yes. Yes. So the first thing we did when we went up to Minnesota to see Brave Trans is we all sat down on the floor and then pulled out our knitting and then immediately switched to look at each other's knitting tension to find out how everybody knit. So Brave Trans has the smoothest knitting tension I've ever seen. But feels like because he doesn't knit very fancy or very fast that he's not very good at it. And Hinka and I are like, shut your face with your perfect slow stitches. And it was the best. It was so good. Geo, by who for what? Which thing are you looking for? Oy, excuse me. My tension is more of an emotional roller coaster. Ginger, don't worry. That shit'll block right out. Who told you no more barns? I'd like to not mention them. I have a terrible habit of knitting tighter as I go. Oh. I would like to knit everything tight. No, I am tired. It's a long day. All right. Put all these Ravelry links away because I don't need them. Zimbo, get these poise out of here. Oy. All right. Stacey knits hella small. It's crazy. Small, but everything is so even. It's because everything... I just want everything to be sock weight fingering US ones. That's all I want. My little US 4 garter stitch shawl. I just want to hang out with all of you and lay around and then giggle and then nap and then not nap. Maybe redundant, but what pattern is this you're knitting? It is the Hitchhiker's Shawl by Martina Behm, B-E-H-M. It is a plain old garter stitch shawl, a crescent-ish shaped, triangle-y kind of, but it has 42 barbs because hitchhikers. I've made 2 of those. Yes. This is my first one. I have cast this on. Oh, I have Ravelry up. I wonder how I must have cast this on 600 years ago. March 29th, 2020. I took it out, frogged it, and restarted it. Year 3 progresses. Dirty cat. Meow. Don't pick at the carpet. Dirty cat. Do you want to be a stream girl? Dirty. You want to be a stream cat? She says yes. Here. The people want to see you. Dirty, get back. Dirty. Here. Here. Dirty. Here. She's rubbing her face on a box. So does this mean you finish your sweater? No. It means that I was tired and I wanted something easy to work on. You were the one who told me about that pattern and I finished mine in 2019. Ginger Zone, I don't need your sass. Dirty, come back! Dirty! Dirty girl! She likes it, because every time I say her name, her tail goes straight up. Boop. That's me. Ha! Dirty, come here. Come here. Come here. She's a dirty little bitch. Have you seen the 52 Weeks of Socks Volume 2? Not Volume 2. Oh no. I've only seen Volume 1. There's a Volume 2. I don't need to know this. Goodness. I picked up my copy last Saturday. Gio, you'll have to show off some of your patterns. So the goal is to make this and then make socks out of the leftover yarn. So I think I'll take this to the cabin and then I'll take a pair of shorty sock needles. And then I'll take the bagel shawl. KB challenged me to knit it all. Are you going to? Do you like all the patterns that much? I have 2 sweaters from 2019 that only need the sleeves and neck finished. Just can't seem to pick them back up. It's not their time yet. They gotta marinate. It's just not time yet. I told her maybe 50 in 2 years. Maybe. I want to be able to veto too. That's fair. I'd say 5, but I mean, if you really like all the patterns that much. I don't want brioche socks. You know, I feel like I have to try them. In the meantime, you have 2 sweet sweater vests. Wow, dirty. Well, come here. Here. Dirty cat, you being good? Cat's just gone crazy. I like almost all of them. There you go. I'd be like, can I knit 52 between the 2 volumes? I'll take my favorite, like, 26 from one and my favorite 26 from the other. That I could do just fine. I mean, time frame is a concern, but apart from that, it's great. Peanut wants the bobble ones. There you go. Kids' socks are way faster than it because they're tinier. The sleepiness is real tonight. I've not wanted to go to bed before midnight in so long. Oh no, Hanka, me too. I'm sitting here yawning, being like, this is nice. It's gonna be bedtime soon, right? I found out in Sock Madness I can knit a pair in a week. I could if if they were vanilla socks. I can knit a pair of vanilla socks in a week. Flat. But that's about it. Unless I have like the week off. I want to be like, this whole day job thing is really getting in the way of my knitting, but I'm getting a new day job where I'll get to take like real lunch breaks I can knit on instead of like sitting in a brain coma for an hour trying to recharge my spoons. I'm slower with vanilla socks. They kill my will to knit. The only reason I love them is because I don't have to look at what I'm doing. So like between, for example, between the Dungeons and Dragons movie and John Wick Chapter 4, I knit a whole sock minus about 2 inches the cuff and the toe. Yeah? Yeah? Well, come here. Dirty cat, come here. Oh, somebody wants to play. Dirty cat. Did you guys hear that? Because it was real loud. So loud. Fantastic. Good. Great. I'm knitting the mirror smoke socks. And I'm hating that I have to keep referring to the chart. Oh, I want to knit those. So I can knit lace and it's fine, but like I can't knit lace and do other things. So like knitting lace is what I do when I put on Twitch and I'm listening but I don't want to watch, or I don't need to watch. Or like when I'm listening to an audiobook, or when I just have some music on and I want to be quiet. But like I could not knit lace on the go. I need something that either I have memorized or like I can put on as like the lock screen on my phone when I'm traveling. I don't need the extras. 123 Jazz 123. I was going to give these to Damien, but you have a better show. Thank you very much, my dude. Hello, good evening. Happy time zone, I guess I should say. Lace is all fun and games until I need to ladder down. Lace is all fun and games until I realized I've ruined it, and then, like, it's impossible to rip back on. And I'm on a plane in the middle seat crying like an adult. So I just don't need that in my life. I do not welcome it. I do not need it. I've been going through old paperwork and found my EGA, even weave masterclass paperwork from 1999. Heck yeah. So dueling needles, are you a master weaver? Because it doesn't expire, I'm pretty sure. It's my favorite to knit, but sadly not to wear. My ADHD helps me multitask. No, I like the vanilla socks because I don't have to watch them or look at them, so I can just be like, all the TV is all vanilla sock knitting. No Embroidery Guild of America. Working with even weave fabrics and stitching. more I can fixate, the better. Geo, yes. Jazz, thank you again for those biddies. I appreciate it immensely. I'm glad that you're enjoying yourself. Vanilla socks, does that mean you are stocking up? I'm socking up. Aether Wolf, hello. It's just like it sounds. They're socks with no pattern. They're just all knit. No frills. Just like vanilla World of Warcraft. Brightest greetings. Smiley day to ya. Goose. It's just increases and decreases, but they have to go in this right spot. This whole numbers thing. I like these colors. Goose, this colorway is called Rock Out with Your Tits Out. And it is all, the camera is not doing it justice. It is all of the pinks and purples and yellows and oranges. Well, I can get behind that. I know a knitter who went way overboard on the lengths of socks. She ended up hosed. No! Movie's over? So good. Welcome back, Fennel. It is the Tits Out Collective. I've been saving this yarn. Well, I had been saving the yarn. And then I had started the shawl, I think on 3s or 5s. And it was not right. So I recast it on in 2020. March 29th of 2020. On the US 4s. And then have been slowly suffering away. So you're really staying abreast of the trends with this yarn? Correct. Better to be in front of it, Uncle Goose. Gio, we don't yuck anyone's yum here. Y'all can take turns. It was lovely out today. It got to 50. I have a bedroom window cracked while I was working on sorting paperwork in there. So nice to be able to have the windows open again. See, we're the opposite here in Florida. I was so happy to have the windows open constantly in the winter, and now it's warming up, and I'm like, gosh, dang it. I'm glad that it was very nice out for you, though. It was cooler today. I think it was like 75, so it was like perfect. Too warm to have the windows open. I think this yarn would make a lovely sweater for when the weather gets a bit nipply. That's why I'm making it a shawl, to keep the chesticles warm. We had blizzard conditions last week, and today was almost 75. Welcome to the summer in the Midwest. Gio, you can get your hand abreast from behind, though. Goose, you'll miss the show. I can get my hand on one at any time. Oh no. Now I need to take my shirt and it's food butts, but the butts is crossed out and then just boobs is written next to it. So now it's food boobs in Star Wars. We talked about the food and the boobs, but no Star Wars talk yet. Hand in hand seems to be some gripping entertainment. Oh my gosh. I love you guys so much. I'm making bacon fried rice? What? I didn't know that was an option. That sounds like a fantastic reward. Aetherwolf is doing some jewelry making. Heck yeah. Aetherwolf, are you doing wire work or beading or both? I baked up some bacon on Sunday for brunch. And tomorrow Damien's making hamburgers so we can have bacon burgers with the last of the bacon. Very excited. I enjoy it here. Goose, thank you for the 16-month sub. I'm glad that you're having a nice time. We love having you. I'm going to get you a shout out here in a second when I finish this row. Goose, you doing well tonight, my dude? Hope you're taking it easy. We're just chilling out, doing the thing. No, don't. I'm here for the frontal comedy. Oh. I don't even know what to say to that. You have to let the Star Wars talk flow in naturally, otherwise it seems so forced. Oh, I can put Star Wars into any conversation. That's not a problem.